My name's Doug Bruce, and I'm a veterinarian, a large animal veterinarian from Zimbabwe. And I'm here at the LRF, and I'm going to give a talk about conception and reconception. That's the crux of farming. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about this. So what we have from an abattoir is a female's uterus here. Here we have the vulva, what we see as farmers and vets on the outside, going through to the vagina here. And this here is the opening of the cervix, which is about that long. That guards the uterus and seals it against bacterial entry. And in here is where the conceptus grows. This is where gestation happens for 280 odd days. But where the actual crux of conception happens is that the ovary, which has thousands, up to hundreds of thousands of stem cells for producing female side of the equation, which is the oocyte, are in here. And you can see there's a number of little fluid-filled preantral follicles there. This animal had actually been mated in the feedlot. Bull must have jumped across the fence. She was 6 weeks pregnant. She has a corpus luteum here, which produces progesterone that kept her pregnant. But on this side we have a follicle, and you do get waves of follicles continuing. This is what allows in vitro fertilization for taking oocytes out of there, but they generally don't produce a lot of estrogen, and you don't know about them. But that is the size of a follicle, and when an animal's on heat, it's a bit bigger than that. It ruptures, and once it ruptures, the egg is released, and it's picked up by this little membrane here, which is infundibulum, that wraps itself around there. It collects that egg, and that egg enters into this very small tubule that is the size of a ballpoint pen's tubule. It travels along there, it's brushed by hair-like cilial cells in there, and it ends up coming to this part down here, where it meets the sperm that have been deposited by an eager bull about 6 hours earlier. There is where conception happens. So life in cattle, sheep, pigs, mammals starts in a little tube like that, and it's microscopic. So I show this because when farmers are farming, it is a microscopic event that they are managing. And I try in the talk to give them the drivers that they must watch on the outside to make this successful in their cattle. And so it's just to bring it to reality that we are farming something we cannot even see. The genetic material that transfers through that little microscopic embryo at this stage is enough to create, be it an elephant or a calf, and to produce the genes for it to develop for its whole life. So to me, I think that's a miracle. Thank you.